CCX Sports presents coverage of high school girls basketball. Tonight, a non-conference matchup between the Delano Tigers and the number 2 team in the state in Class 4A, the Wayzata Trojans. From Wayzata High School in Plymouth, John Jacobson and Ryan Iverson. And Ryan, what a great year it's been for Wayzata. 21-0, the best start in school history. They're unbeaten in the Lake Conference. They defeated Hopkins already. One more game with the Royals coming. Great start. Can't get any better than unbeaten at this point in the season, and they're playing great basketball.
Well, and they've been tested, so they've gone through Minnetonka. Hopkins has been a thorn in their side, John, for the last however many years. They beat a really good St. Michael Albertville team. They beat Edina on the road. So they've been battle tested. They just got a wonderful, really well-balanced team. They got great guard play, but they also have a lot of length, a lot of height. So they can play a variety of different styles. They can speed it up. They can press you, they can pick up the pace, or they can pack it in and use that size. So they're really impressive, and tonight's going to be an impressive game, I think.
It's been a struggle, frankly, for Delano this season. 2-18 coming into this year. These teams have played the last couple of years, played a very competitive game 2 years ago. But right now, Seth Potter's program just in a little bit of a down cycle. Numbers a little bit down at the high school level. Good numbers, though, at the middle school level, so he's excited for the future. And this year, he says, guys, really good kids. They work hard, which is great when you're a coach. The wins just aren't coming for them.
Yeah, and as long as you know you're putting in the effort, right? At the end of the day, all you can control, John, is what you do and how hard your team works. So if the numbers are down, the talent's not there, that's what's great about high school sports is you're reloading every couple of years. So we were talking to Coach before the game. He said they got a wonderful 8th grade class, good 7th grade class. So I would imagine the next few years they're going to be a team that we're going to want to watch out for. However, tonight I'm expecting this to be all home team.
The Trojans looking to go 22-0 on the season tonight. We'll take a break and come back and tip this one off. Delano Wayzata High School girls basketball next on CCX. CCX Sports at Wayzata High School tonight for this high school girls basketball game between the Delano Tigers and the unbeaten Wayzata Trojans, number 2 team in the state, as the starters being introduced out on the floor, and we'll give you the starting 5 for each team right now. For the Delano Tigers, their forwards, Grace Hoagland is a 5'7" senior, Claudia Schuler, a 5'9" senior. Their guards, Morgan Frank, a 5'8" junior, Olivia Yannick, 5'5" sophomore, and Ellie Norling, a 5'6" junior. And for the Wayzata Trojans, their guards, Jasmine Smiley, a 5'5" sophomore, and Mimi Schrader, a 5'9" junior, and big across the front line, Callie Tyson, 6'2" junior, Jenna Johnson, a 6'1" freshman, and Annika Stewart, a 6'3" sophomore. And all that, not only unbeaten, no seniors in that starting 5 or in their top rotation of 8.
Well, what's scary is you see a lot of underclassmen, but then when you're Delano and your tallest player is 5'8", and you see 6'1", 6'1", 6'3", I mean, that's something that's intimidating. So Wayzata's going to have a size advantage, but I think what makes them even more dangerous, John, because if you only have one strength, the team can exploit it. If you're big but you're not quick, then the team can exploit that. But I think the Trojans got a really, really good balance of that.
There's Seth Potter, 3rd-year head coach for the Delano Tigers. And for the Wayzata Trojans, Mike Schumacher is their head coach. And boy, we saw a great effort from their team the last time you and I did a Wayzata game, which was the 6-4A final last year at Roosevelt High School, and they really took Hopkins to the wire and had a chance to win that game.
I just think Mike is not only a great coach, but he's a great guy. I always enjoy talking to him, and he's one of those guys you cheer for, you know, and he's had some good teams that have gone down at the hands of Hopkins the last few years, and you just feel like he does it the same way, the right way, and getting rewarded this year. He's got a tremendous amount of talent. and he's just the guy for that job. He's not afraid to take chances. He plays youth, and he just builds good teamwork. He's a good guy. I'm happy for his team's success.
Be a positive contributor at tonight's event. The Wayzata High School and the Minnesota State High School League.
We are set to go. Wayzata in the home blues, Delano in the white, orange, and black. And Tyson wins the tap for Schrader, and we are underway.
I was going to ask you who you thought was going to win the jump there, John.
Schrader. It's Johnson for 3, is able to connect, and the freshman gets Wayzata on the board early.
Well, she plays that forward position, but you can see she's got range out beyond the three-point line. One of the things that Wayzata is so difficult to guard is all 5 of their starters can score, and they just take what the defense gives them, and they're all unselfish too.
Good pressure on the ball. They do get it down low, but then double dribble whistled against Schuler, and the Tigers turnover.
You know, when we talked to Mike Schumacher before the game, he was talking about the 2 games against Edina, and the first time Edina slowed it way down. They both packed it in, played a zone, and he said the next time we beat them by 20, we sped it up and picked up the pace, and so they kind of can do both styles.
Good block out by Schuler, able to get the defensive rebound off the missed 3 by Smiley. Drive, then a kick out, and a try from the perimeter, and Morgan Frank ties it up.
Yeah, nice drive and kick by Norling. Just a great job. If she can beat, her guard man-to-man there and draw the defense in, they can shoot it. Delano is a good shooting team.
Schrader. Stewart now to Johnson. Now it's Tyson. One dribble, picks it up. Skip pass across. Smiley will try a triple from there and hits.
You'd be all smiles, too, if you could shoot like that. She missed the first one. She got a good look, didn't hesitate. I love great shooters have that great confidence.
Ball lost. Tyson can handle the basketball. She'll take it and get fouled hard by Yannick.
And you can see Delano's packing in this zone, trying to take away that size advantage. A nice skip pass. I love when you can do a skip pass over the top. That's where that height comes in as well. And Smiley just sitting there wide open. She squares up. Here's another one for her, too.
This one short. Tyson taps it up and gets fouled again. Here's where that height comes into advantage, able to get to his hands up there and tip it to herself.
Well, the other thing, too, when you're in a zone, it's always harder to box out in a zone because you don't have that person right on you. So Delano's going to really have to pack it in. They're going to force some more outside shots, but then they got to box out, not give Wayzata second chance points like they get right there.
Annika Stewart scoring. She averages 10 points, 6 rebounds a game, and it's 8-3 Wayzata.
8 points from 3 different players, too. So, again, you're going to see that depth and that balance.
Hoagland draws a double team, now gets the pass off for Frank. 3-point try left side, long from Schuler. Rebound, Smiley, pass it ahead on the run. Tyson gets tied up. You see how Wayzata likes to get out and run when they can.
Well, and then what it enables them is they trust their size to get that defensive rebound. I would do that too. I used to play with a guy named Joel Prisbilla, who was 7'1". Shot would go up, I'd release, knowing he was going to get 90% of those rebounds.
We get a Wayzata foul whistled against Jasmine Smiley. First Wayzata foul of the game.
And if you're Delano, what you got to be careful of is you don't want to settle for all jump shots. You don't want to be intimidated by that size. I always thought if you attack the size, there's a great shot block.
Stewart gets the block on Schuler. Tie up. Delano ends up getting a ball back. One dribble. Now we'll try along 2, a little short, and rebounded by Wayzata. Schrader takes it from Smiley into the front court. Back to Smiley. One dribble to the corner to Smiley again. Schrader will let go on the 3. Not good. Johnson rebounds. And a blocking foul. She went around Morgan, and Morgan committed the foul on the drive. That's her first, team's 3rd.
And I thought, was that Johnson on the rebound? I thought
yes.
She got away with maybe a little bit of a hook there along the baseline. But again, you see a lot of long distance threes. Those long rebounds, you've got to be able to box out. If you're Delano, can't give those bigs for Wayzata second chance points.
Inbound try missed from Johnson. Schrader gets the rebound and she scores.
And she plays at such a nice pace. You see, she got that rebound, tried to kick it out, realized no one was on her, took her time, got a great shot and buried it.
There is a three-pointer, and that one is up and good. Schuler with her first basket. She is their leading scorer this year, averaging 9 a game as Stewart scores and is fouled at the other end.
Well, that's what's pretty impressive. About a second and a half after that ball was through the net, that ball was all the way down the court for Wayzata. And again, good teams, but one of the common traits you'll see is unselfishness. Time could have gotten a good shot, instead found Annika Stewart there for a great shot, and with her size and strength, she's able to take that contact and finish it for a three-point play.
13-6, Wayzata. Putting it on the floor. And they got a hand on it and caused a turnover. Johnson into the front court. Molly Thompson into the game now, number 31. Pass across to Smiley, who hits her second three.
She's got a nice looking shot, doesn't she? And she knows her role. She provides that outside spark for this team. And you can see she's got a lot of confidence. Very nice looking shot. Good arc, good follow through, good form, everything.
Norling a bounce pass inside and tried to shovel it back out. And it missed, and it's a turnover trying to get it to Morgan Frank, and it's back over to Wayzata.
Yeah, we get good ball rotation, quick movement, and actually pretty good defense that time. Norling was closing out, but Smiley got a pretty quick release, and she releases the ball high, able to get it off, and nothing but the bottom of the net.
Allie Findlay in for Delano. Haley Paulson in a couple of whistles ago. Smiley right side. My goodness.
I'll tell you what set that up. Beautiful job by their bigs. There's a timeout by Delano setting a screen, and Smiley coming off that fade screen. You're not going to be able to see it here, but right now there's a screen coming. You see there by number 22, Jenna Johnson. Smiley fades on it, gets a clean look. She says, hey, I can shoot on the right side too. And she doesn't have a lot of space, but she's got that quick release and the green light, and that's her third three. And that's how you get a team out of a zone. You start shooting the heck out of the basketball, and you get them to go man-to-man, and that's why Wayzata's so tough. How would you defend them, you know? You take away the size. Well, if they're hitting threes, that becomes really hard.
4 of their 5 starters have scored here in the first 5 minutes. The one who hasn't is Tyson, averaging nearly 15 a game, but really hasn't had many touches on the ball at all, and actually is on the bench right now.
Well, and Mike Schumacher said all 5 of his starters have led their team in scoring at different points during the year, at different games. So very, very good balance. You know, and when a team's got one great player, you can see if you take that away, they struggle, right? And here, if you got 5 girls that all can score 15 to 20 points, you know, what do you take away?
Inbound for Delano to the corner. And looks like they stepped out of bounds trying to make the pass, Norling, but had a foot on the baseline, and it's back over to Wayzata. Olivia Arnebeck, a sophomore in number 12.
I'll tell you, Annika Stewart, you know, 6'3", only a sophomore. She moves her feet very well for being 6'3".
Thompson will try, left corner, short, rebounded by Norling. One dribble and then a pass to Paulson. Goes to the paint, tacks, but Thompson gets the block. Here comes Arnebeck back for the Trojans. Smiley, another 3-ball. This one not good. And rebounded by Delano, pulled down by Hoagland.
Well, and that's, you know, the previous block there by number 31, Thompson. She was beat. I mean, that was a heck of a crossover, but that's when you got that kind of length and reach, you can recover being beat by a step or two.
Played 6 minutes so far here in the opening half. Good start offensively for Wayzata. Hoagland puts the ball on the floor and then gives the pass up to Findlay. Thompson able to block the lane. That shot wouldn't go, and a long rebound came down to Arnebeck. Puts the shot up and gets fouled. Will go to the line for 2. Faked the pass to Johnson and then attacked herself.
Well, and it worked because she got Hoagland to buy in on that fake just enough, and it opened up to turn into a blocking foul. Otherwise, it looked like Grace Hoagland had good position, but excellent ball fake.
Number 5, Abby Thomas in for the Tigers. Checked in for the first time for the Wayzata with 15, Lydia Hay.
Lydia Hay in for Wayzata along with starters Schrader and Tyson back in. Abby Thomas in for Delano. Arnebeck gets a second free throw. It's 20-6. 11.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Pass deflected. Out of bounds last touch by Wayzata.
Didn't it look like she grabbed the ball before it went out of bounds?
Right. Frank inbounding, and Tyson got her hands in front.
Oh, beautiful throw ahead.
Great pass. Arnebeck can't finish. Rebound, tie up, jump ball. It'll be Wayzata basketball.
Well, you can see Mimi Schrader, who leads the conference in assists here at 6 assists. Watch this throw ahead. Just great vision. I love that for all you young players. You see where her head was right when she got it looking up. And even though they missed that, it got a great shot out of it.
Arnebeck misses on a 3 from the wing. Hay trying to really fight for the basketball, gets tied up. Jump ball again. This time it goes to Delano. Paulson will bring it into the front court. Schrader defensively right on top of Thomas. And the pass out of bounds.
I think they were throwing that one to you, John.
I was open.
Delano continues to stay in that 1-2-2 zone defense, trying to make Wayzata make jump shots.
Arnebeck gets cut off on the baseline. He's got to come back out with the pass. Gets it back. She'll go baseline again. Nice little quick first step to get past her defender and drives it in.
The other thing she did that I liked is she squared up and used the backboard. You see a lot of, especially youth players, try to go on the baseline and they don't use that backboard. That's a great first step too. She's got a quick first step.
Our drive by the block rather by Thompson, able to save the ball. Schrader ahead to Tyson. She'll go hard to the hoop and gets her first basket.
Yeah, see how hard she went too. There was she was either going to get fouled or she was going to score that. That was a great transition as well. Ball never touches the floor. And again, you saw a perimeter player get beat by Wayzata, but have it just erased by their length and great shot blocking.
Frank with the ball, pass out to Schuler. Puts it on the floor. You can see Delano a couple of times. They want to put shots up, but they're such big size inside for Wayzata. They're unable to even attempt anything. Get pass to the left corner. Delano patient here. I'll give them now in this possession here, not forcing anything up. Yannick with it. Pass gets deflected. Loose on the floor. Schrader has it. Ahead to Arnebeck. Got it head to the basket.
Arnebeck's going to get 2 points for that, but Mimi Schrader made that play. She picked it up again and did not have very much room. That's a throw that Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, all those guys would have been proud of. That just an accurate throw ahead. Beautiful layup.
Look at the assist here from Schrader. First the steal by Tyson.
And you see her eyes going up before she even picked it up. She was already looking to see if there was someone there, and you give Arnebeck a ton of credit. They know that if Schrader gets it, if I run hard, I'm going to get rewarded and maybe get an easy layup. So a beautiful transition. I'd say right now Wayzata almost perfect in their transition offense.
Schuler gets cut off by Thompson and Tyson. Drive into the paint, kick out to Schuler. And shot won't go. Thompson got a hand on it. Now it's into the hands of Schrader. Releases the pass. Now left quarter. Hale try a 3. Not good. Rebounded by Tyson. Double team trying to release the pass. Delano gets his steal. And Norling will bring it up into the front court. kicked by Schrader, and out of bounds. It'll be Delano basketball. Smiley back in along with Stewart and Johnson for Wayzata.
Yeah, the good news is some of the size went out. The bad news is the size that came in is actually bigger. I mean, what a luxury to have, to be able to bring 6 foot, 6'1" off the bench, and not just tall, but mobile and skilled as well.
Just over 8 minutes to play. Schrader came out hard on the ball on Yannick. Now it's back into the hands of Norling. Bounce pass and handed off to Schuler. 3-point try. Not good. And last touch by Wayzata. Good fight for the ball and off the Trojans.
Well, good hustle by Morgan Frank. And really, I think the first time we've seen maybe an offensive rebound for Delano tonight.
Yannick, 3-point try. That's long. Smiley will run it down. Ahead to Schrader. Looking up court again. And pass off the hands of Stewart and out of bounds.
Well, that's where Mimi Schrader, I bet these girls, some of these younger girls that are playing with her for the first year, I bet there's been a few hurt noses and passes to the face, because she's got such great vision that you got to get your hands up and get them ready. Because that was a good pass. You just got to have those hands ready. That's what happens when you play with people that have that, they see the play before the play actually happens.
Nice move by Schuler, and a drive to the basket. She's fouled and they'll go to the line for 2.
But again, you see Wayzata, instead of against most teams, that would have been, it was a go for a steal, you miss it. That would have been a breakaway layup there on the baseline. Instead, you got excellent help coming over, and you got Annika Stewart, who's 6'3", coming over to try to block that. They make you work for every basket. And if you're not hitting your perimeter jump shots, you're going to have tough findings there getting to the basket.
Second free throw also off. A lane violation on Wayzata, and they'll get another try here for Schuler. That one's in. Winding down towards 7 minutes to play here in the first half. Schrader, skip pass across to Smiley. Lob in, intended for Johnson, broken up, but back into the hands of Smiley. Nice bounce pass in on the block, and a foul on Delano as Johnson got the ball and got fouled. It will be a 6th-team foul coming up here on Delano.
Yep, nice pass. You see that defense collapse down low. And Delano clearly has the game plan of, we want to make Wayzata beat us from the perimeter.
Johnson back out. Schrader, 3, won't go. And the rebound by Hoagland. Tigers into the front court. Pressure on Hoagland on the perimeter. Now able to release it to the corner to Norling. Norling back to Hoagland. Schrader right on her. Ball lost. Schuler able to save it before it was an over and back. Now Yannick with the handoff. Morgan Frank and a kick out to the corner. Working around the perimeter. 3-point try rattles in for Norling.
Well, that's the kind of possession Coach Potter has to be thrilled with. As again, transition offense. Take a make basket, get down the floor in a hurry. But, Delano that time took 30, 40 seconds off the clock. Nice penetration. And Wayzata does such a nice job of rotating and helping. You make an extra pass, you get an open 3, and Norling knocks it down.
Smiley getting fouled by Norling at the other end and hits her first free throw tonight.
Yeah, when you play Wayzata, John, on offense, when the shot goes up, you got to sprint back on defense because they are looking to throw that ball ahead.
Second one is also good. Smiley averages just over 8 a game, already has 11 tonight. 28-10 Wayzata.
That's what happens when you have CCX doing the game. Girls like to play and have big numbers.
Shot put up, not good. Ripped away. And Schrader with it for Wayzata. Smiley, catch and shoot three, short. Ball tipped by Johnson, but right to Delano.
Well, that had been Smiley's hot spot. She hit a couple from there earlier in the game.
Norling hands off to Frank. Yannick one dribble on the pass to Hoagland. Sure. Hands a pass off. Fumbled a little bit, but now it's in the hands of Yannick. Loose ball on the baseline. Schuler turns around, misses. Rebounded, though, by Delano. They'll reset. Three-point try from Hoagland is up and in, or excuse me, by Norling is up and in.
That's her second three, and that was just great hustle. Delano just beating Wayzata to a couple offensive rebounds. Nice kick out. And Norling has a nice-looking jump shot. She's hit 2 threes.
Schrader to Stewart, who hits a mid-range jumper. She's got 7 points.
And she can knock that shot down. She's got excellent touch. And I hate to say it, but she's only a sophomore. The more comfortable she gets and the stronger she gets, her range is only going to get better. And that's not good for opposing defenses if you got someone who's 6'3" and powerful but can step out and knock jump shots down as well. You'd like to see Delano. They're running these little dribble handoffs. Try to turn the corner and get to the basket. When they've been able to penetrate, they've gotten the defense sucked in. They've kicked it out. They've knocked some jumpers down with that, but everything's around the perimeter. You got to attack the basket.
Pass into the corner. Now starting a drive was Frank before she gives up the pass to Hoagland. Norling with a couple of threes here. He'll drive at it this time, put it a little long, and Johnson rebounds. Schrader to Frank, back to Schrader. Johnson, up and in.
Nice move. That's a really nice move. She's 6'1", but you see her that quick first step she's got. I mean, she got to the basket, and that art of that mid-range jump shot, you just don't see it very often, but it's a beautiful move. Nice back door.
Smiley helps recover on defense in the kick-out pass. That three missed and rebounded by the Trojans. Schrader front court. Johnson. Back to Mimi Schrader. Smiley will attack and is fouled. Will go to the line for 2.
Well, nice job not settling for the jump shot. Smiley that time saw the opening, attacked, didn't hesitate at all, took a little contact. Excellent move.
Frank, her second.
Was on Frank. That's her second. Smiley's free throw up and good.
And her makes hardly even touch the net.
Right.
We've seen that on, it's her third free throw, but even on a couple of her threes. I mean, she's got just beautiful rotation and arc.
Elizabeth Page and Grace Robertson both in. Jinxed her, Ryan. Second one didn't go. Delano down by 20, 2:40 to play here in the first half.
Oh, nice back door
Nice
again.
pass.
Nice
And
job.
a whistle and a foul.
I like the adjustment Delano's made, the pressure by Wayzata. They're picking up well beyond the third three-point line. And how do you combat that? Look at this beautiful back door cut. And what I like there is Frank went into the contact. She didn't go away from it. That's what you got to do when you're going against shot blockers.
Fouls on Smiley, her second. She'll come out, and Olivia Arnebeck back in for the Trojans. Frank in and out on the second one. Well, number 2 for the junior, and Wayzata back on offense. Arnebeck traveled.
And you see that being called more and more, don't you? I mean, that's something that I think in years past would not have been called, but this year our referees are doing a good job. They're sensing that extra pivot foot is sliding a little bit before the ball's placed. So you see it called more and more.
2 minutes to play in the half. Delano working that perimeter down to the left corner to Findlay. Schuler. Tyson right on her. Sarah Strandebo is number 13. There's a perimeter shot. That won't go. Rebounded. Arnebeck getting it ahead to Robertson. Back to Grace Robertson. Lobbing it in for Callie Tyson, out of bounds. Last touch by the Tigers.
I'll tell you, I mean, Delano's done a nice job against Callie here tonight. I mean, she just has not gotten a lot of good touches down low, and even on an offensive rebound, she can just kill you on some second chance rebounds. But Delano's done a nice job. Again, taking away that inside, forcing Wayzata to hit from the perimeter. The problem is they've hit from the perimeter.
In some traffic, Thompson released it to Robertson. Now it's Arnebeck. Thompson, couple dribbles, back out, Arnebeck, back to Thompson. Put up the three, it's short. Came right to her, this time attacking the basket, that won't go. And pulled down by Norling of Delano.
Nice job too, boxing out by Delano, only giving up one shot.
Now it's Findlay with it. Released the pass, now into the corner. Trying to come out of there is Paulson. Gave the pass back to Norling. Norling's got 6 points, couple of three-pointers for her. Back to Paulson now. Paulson fell down, able to release the pass though before she turned it over. Strandebo finds Paulson. 25 seconds to go in the half. And Tyson gets a hand on it. Can't quite get the steal though. Sure to Strandebo. Jumper won't go. And the rebound to Arnebeck. Releases the pass ahead. Page attacking. Robertson rather. Missed the shot. Delano gets the rebound and a chance for a final shot. Norling will take it all the way to the basket and score. And there's the buzzer closing the first half. Great effort by Ellie Norling, taking it down and scoring and cutting the margin to 17 at halftime at 33-16. So some better play for the Tigers there in the final few minutes of that first half to cut this deficit down in half. We'll go down now to the sideline and Ryan Iverson.
All right, thanks, John. Coach, 33-16 at half. What'd you like there in the first half?
I thought there were spurts where we shot the ball very, very well. We were obviously looking to push the ball in transition, which was an objective coming into the game. So the pace was good. I thought we shot pretty well. A little sloppy here and there, but overall pretty pleased.
Really impressed with Mimi Schrader. Her head is up before she even gets the ball in transition. Is that something that took some of these girls a while to get used to, expecting those passes from her?
Well, we tell them if you run the floor, you're likely to get a pass. And if you're not looking, you might get hit in the back of the head because she'll look and she'll find you and she'll fire it. So yeah, I mean it's a goal to sprint wide, sprint the lanes, and try to finish it.
And lastly, they're packing in a 1-2-2 zone, trying to make you guys, shoot from the perimeter. Is that what you kind of expected?
Sure. Yep. Obviously the size is to our advantage. So their game plan is solid, and fortunately we shot the ball pretty well early.
Thanks for your time. Good luck in the second half, Mike.
Thank you.
Yep, you bet. Back to you, John.
Thanks, Ryan. Thanks to Mike Schumacher. We'll hear from Seth Potter before the start of the second half. Our score, 33-16, Wayzata looking for their 22nd consecutive win to start the season. We'll come back with more of our coverage here on CCX Sports after this timeout.
Most of my family, they never graduated high school or even let alone go to college, so I'm trying to break that barrier. Every day after work, went straight to school, studied hard, and it paid off. I could not have done it alone. I see the future is really bright for me. The high school diploma is just added to the confidence, and now I feel unstoppable.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
33-16, Wayzata leading Delano at the halftime of our non-conference girls basketball game tonight. If you're watching on this Wednesday, Wayzata and Eastridge boys coming up live tonight at approximately 7:15 here on CCX.
That should be a good game, too.
That'd be a very good game. Those teams pretty evenly matched. And, good matchup ahead tonight between the Raptors and the Trojans here in boys hoops. And Jay Wilcox and Greg Miller will have that one for you as you look at highlights from the first half. They get an early three right off the bat from Jenna Johnson, and some great perimeter shooting early for Wayzata especially. Morgan Frank, one of 4 made three-pointers by Delano in the first half. Matter of fact, 4 of their 5 field goals have been threes. Jasmine Smiley had 3 three-pointers of her own in that opening half. It looks like a replay, but that's 2 different shots from just about the same spot on the court.
She had a big first half, hit them from all sides of the court, hit some free throws. Here's another 3. She's got that beautiful release, great arc, nice-looking shooter.
Ellie Norling's been there, top scorer, Delano's top scorer this year at tonight's game. A couple of three-pointers for her. Johnson driving and able to score there. Gets the basket to make it a 17-point game at halftime. Leading scorers, Norling with 8, Frank and Schuler 4 apiece, Smiley 12, Stewart 7, and Johnson and Arnebeck with 5 points apiece here in the first half. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back. Ryan will have Seth Potter of Delano up in a moment. More coverage of high school girls basketball on CCX after this.
The color in my garden keeps the pink in my cheeks. I was very independent and thought I could take care of myself. I fell and I had to have Meals on Wheels. They're my savior. My name is Lola Silvestri. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
Let's go back to the sideline. Ryan Iverson standing by with Seth Potter of Delano.
Hey, Coach, 33-16 at half. What'd you tell the girls there in the locker room?
We knew what we were getting into, and we have to do a better job at taking care of what we can control. We got to take a little bit better care of the ball. We know they're tall. We know they have long arms, so we needed to get some jump stops when we get in trouble, ball fake high, bounce pass low, just those simple things to just keep them moving and not just allowing ourselves to panic and get into trouble.
Well, the 1-2-2 zone defense, I thought you guys did a nice job at really taking away the inside, forcing Wayzata into a lot of perimeter shots. Is that the plan here for the second half as well?
Yeah, it's the plan. I mean, we would rather give up, outside shots against a team like Wayzata that is very tall than to just let them pound it in inside. So teams that will play outside of Wayzata won't shoot as well probably from that outside. So we're going to try to just get a contested shot and get a rebound when we can.
How important is the first couple of minutes here of the second half as far as dictating the rest of the game?
As far as this game, to be honest, not super important. But if we can do the things that we can control and just do a lot better job at that, if we're not going to do better for this game, we can at least take it into the next few games we can get.
Absolutely. Well, good luck in the second half. Thanks for the time.
Thanks, guys.
All right, back to you, John.
All right, thanks very much, Ryan. Thanks to both coaches for taking a few moments with us as well. Take one more quick break, then we'll be back with the start of the second half. Wayzata Delano girls basketball.
I adopted Bento in 2010 from a shelter. As it turns out, we have very similar personalities. And this cat makes me make art because he's always motivating me to take pictures of him, to draw pictures of him. He just is motivating artistically. It's just that simple. Well, he's my best friend, but a lot of people know him as Keyboard Cat.
Wayzata 33, Delano 16. We get ready for the start of the second half. Wayzata so far has played 10 players so far, and Delano 9.
I was talking to Coach Potter there right before we did that interview, and you're only down 17, so you're a couple of possessions of good basketball here to making this a much closer game. And you just get the feel he's content with being here and maybe knowing that his girls are giving up quite a bit of talent and size to the Trojans. But I was impressed with how Delano fought in that first half. What about you, John?
Yeah, they did. They were a scrappy team and had a good run, I thought, at the end of the first half there. And they're competing, and that's all you ask. They get back into conference play on Friday. They'll host Hutchinson. And then New Prague next Tuesday for Wayzata. Same for them. They're back into conference play later this week. They will take on Eden Prairie at Eden Prairie, a much improved team. And then they get a week off before they play Hopkins on the 16th in the rematch. Tyson missed, and a good job by Schuler to pull the rebound away.
I'll tell you, win or lose, too, Delano, you're only going to get better from playing the number 2 team in the state. Any opponent they're going to see the rest of the way in their conference is not going to have the size or talent of Wayzata. So you can at least walk away just knowing you played against the best. And there's a beautiful pass ahead. And Tyson, I'll tell you, their leading scorer, really, I think it's her second basket of the day. She's struggled to score, but that time ran hard. And again, we talked about it with Coach Schumacher. Mimi Schrader, if you're open, she's going to find you.
Quick timeout for Delano, 30-second timeout. The first time we televised Wayzata very early in the year against Maple Grove. She was scoreless in the first half against Maple Grove, then scored 19 in the second half.
Well, and she's capable of that because she's that kind of that rare combination of really big height, but she's mobile. She's got great footwork. She's long, and she's crafty. I mean, that's kind of the word I would use to describe her. She doesn't have just one move. She's just crafty. And even the shot she missed in the second half here, you see her do that Euro step around the defender. So she's got a variety of ways to score.
.35-16 just underway here in the second half. Ellie Norling brought the ball into the front court, hands it off to Olivia Yannick. Schrader on her. Stewart pops out defensively. Drive, and Stewart's right there again to defend on Schuler. Norling through the paint, off to Frank. Norling, open three. Not good. The ball to Schrader. Johnson, nice move, but too strong on the shot, and rebounded by Norling.
All that jelly, John, and no toast. Beautiful move. Just, I think, got a bad angle there on the backboard, but just a really mobile, athletic move.
Norling is in some trouble. Loose ball on the floor. Tyson falls over. Yannick swinging her elbows wildly, and finally the Trojans get a tie-up. They'll be Delano basketball on the alternate possession.
I thought Yannick could have maybe got rid of that ball but to avoid the jump, but either way, great hustle. She's diving on the floor, and as a coach, you just love to see that. Your girls just giving everything they got.
Delano stepped on the sideline. Norling did before Schrader could get the steal, so it'll be a turnover and a pass in for Schrader.
Well, and actually, lucky for Delano. Otherwise, Mimi Schrader would have been wide out, off to the races for a breakaway layup.
Tyson for Schrader to Smiley. Johnson looks in towards Stewart and then back out to Smiley. Tyson through the double team.
Nice
turns,
look.
Passes on the miss by Stewart underneath.
That's where I would have liked to see Annika Stewart step through and use the left hand with a reverse layup there. She had a tough angle too, but just a beautiful pass.
Yannick right down the pipe and gets fouled by Johnson.
And you see how she went right into the chest of Jenna Johnson that time? Watch her finish this, goes right into the contact, and you just negate the shot blocking, you draw the contact. That was a smart play by Yannick.
Missed on the free throw attempt.
When you're playing against great shot blockers, one of the two things, you either got to be really physical or you got to shot fake and use their advantage against them, use their aggressiveness, and try to get them in foul trouble. The problem with Wayzata is they just have so much depth and so much height on the bench waiting to come in, too. So it seems like it's never-ending 6-footers.
Smiley into Tyson. She gets fouled.
You know, give Delano credit too. When Tyson's getting that ball, John, do you see all the white jerseys just surrounding her? And she's had to make quick physical decisions, and that's, you know, credit to Delano and their game plan.
Fouls on Schuler, her first. Tyson trying to put the ball up and gets blocked, and will go to the line here for 2. She went down pretty hard there, a little slow to get up.
I'll tell you what always hurts on those is when you hit your elbow on that floor. But that's a big time move right there by Tyson. Just a strong, athletic move, and there's really nothing Delano could do but foul her. And of course, she's a very good free throw shooter as well.
Missed on the second one, tipped by Stewart out of bounds.
You notice, John, whenever I compliment a free throw shooter, they always miss the very next one.
Seems that way, doesn't it? Norling attacking, gives the pass off, one dribble, now it's into the hands of Schuler, back to Norling. Tyson trying to trap her along that sideline. Norling, nice job moving into the lane and gets fouled.
I think she's had a nice game. She's got a different gear there, that second gear. She's quick, nice crossover, and we've seen her drive and kick and, you know, set some other teammates up for threes. She's knocked down a couple threes, and she's really done a nice job getting to the basket. Problem is when you get fouled, then you got to make the other team pay. You got to knock your free throws down.
Grace Robertson. Ella Schrader checked into the game for the Trojans.
Substitutions for the Trojans. Norling trying to convert on the second one. That one is up and in. For the game, Delano 4 of 8 from the free throw line. Wayzata 6 out of 10.
Here they're doing a little 1-2-1-1, kind of a half-court trap just to get Wayzata out of the rhythm a little bit. I like the changeup.
Here's Schrader putting it on the floor, and a good release in the basket, up and in. Ella Schrader in.
Schrader.
Yep. Official timeout. Look at this again.
Official what timeout? Sponsored.
I mean, that's pretty impressive, John. Mimi falling to the ground, losing her balance, but still had the wherewithal, knowing where her teammate was, and dropped a really good pass. You know, that's the thing. When you're a guard penetrating for a big, you got to give them a good pass. So many times you see the bigs wide open, but they pass it at their feet or their ankles. That was just a perfect pass.
Yannick,
nice finish.
Long on the 3. Mimi Schrader put it on the deck pass, then tipped back out by Ella Schrader.
Are they related?
Well, now there's
3 of them.
Sonny Schrader. There's 3 of them on the court right now.
But they're all the same age, so they can't be sisters, can they? Nice
3-point try, up and in. That's Grace Robertson for the basket.
Good, nice job passing that ball on the perimeter. Get the ball inside, defense collapses, and you got a lot of shooters out there, and Robertson knocks down a big 3.
Drive by Hoagland, shot is short. Rebounded by Robertson. Mimi Schrader, skip pass across. Tyson down low on the block, turns and scores.
See her use that left hand too, finishing. She's just so skilled. Really one of the few times she's gotten the ball down low one-on-one, and you can see she can just punish a defense down low.
Almost a 5-second call, but Hoagland able to release the pass to Paulson. Left side, it's into the hands of Schuler. Yannick. Down to the block. Ball tipped out of bounds by Wayzata. It's still Delano basketball.
Just nowhere to go for the white jerseys. Great man-to-man defense, good help. They recover quickly, and they got that length. Length can cover up mistakes. You might not be in the perfect position, but when you got that length and that height, you can cover it up.
Steal, Mimi Schrader backs up, missed on the jumper and rebounded by Findlay.
You know, she missed that, but that was just a smart play, right? You see so many players kind of go out of control to try to get a layup, and there's a big 3.
3-point made by Hoagland. Her first basket. 12:20 to play. That one won't go. Yeah, it's Paulson with it. Drive by Hoagland, and it's fouled.
Wayzata foul number 20, Sonny Schrader first.
Foul is on Mimi Schrader. Excuse me, this one is on Sony Schrader, her first.
I think if you just say Schrader, you got a 3 in 5 chance of getting it correct, JJ.
Double team down low, loose ball out front. Delano able to avoid the turnover, and it's gobbled up by Paulson. Tipped by Thompson, but into the hands of Hoagland. Hoagland drives, passes. It's Frank.
Nice pivot, nice step through. Now,
Findlay shot up and in. That's the first bench point scored by Delano tonight. Allie Findlay, the senior, able to connect. It's 43-24.
Did you see that step through by Morgan Frank? I mean, there was nowhere to go. Oh, beautiful pass. Nice
Robertson
pass.
with the pass to Stewart.
You know, and that's what I'd like to see more against this zone is with that height, throwing the ball over the top like that. And that time Stewart had great position. She did a nice job of sealing the defender, and they got it to her.
Smiley gets a hand on that. Blocks the shot by Paulson. Off the glass, up and in for Ella Schrader.
Again, you can see how effective and how efficient Wayzata is in that transition.
Three-pointer, that is up and in. It's another one for Hoagland from that same corner.
Well, I love she didn't hesitate. I've seen Delano kind of start out maybe feeling not confident against Wayzata. Now they're not hesitating. They've got an open look. They're taking it.
Ella Schrader draws the triple team and a steal for Delano. Paulson will take it at Smiley. Missed the shot. Rebounded by Stewart. And it's tied up.
A great hustle by Morgan Frank. Just took that ball right away from Stewart. And here's that transition. And Ella Schrader does a nice job. She's got that left hand, which makes it nice to finish on that side of the basket. Beautiful move.
Thompson, one dribble, back out to Smiley. Arnebeck left side. Back out, Smiley. Thompson to Smiley. Stewart.
Oh.
Three-pointer up and in.
I mean, that's amazing. With that size, as a sophomore, steps out. She's got a great-looking jump shot. Excellent touch.
I think that's what makes Wayzata hard to defend with the bigs too, is that they can shoot the three.
Yep.
Tyson and Johnson and Stewart are all able to connect from the outside.
Well, it makes you, get that help defense. You got to go out to the perimeter, and it opens up when you got Mimi Schrader who can drive, and you got, Arnebeck who's got a quick foot. Smiley can drive, put the ball on the floor. So they're very, very difficult to defend.
Double team on the ball and knocked away and out of bounds off of Wayzata's. Findlay had it and had it knocked away. This will be an inbound for Norling. Gets the bounce pass into Findlay. Now into the hands of Paulson, the freshman. Across to Strandemo. Norling attacking, goes to the basket and scores.
I like her game. I like how she's got that quick crossover and used her left hand to finish. Not intimidated by the size of Wayzata either. Yep.
Ball up and a foul as Johnson will go to the line for the first time tonight.
Well, that was a nice pass. Smiley again throwing the ball right over the top. Jenna Johnson, excellent job getting that good position. And what's really smart too, and you don't see a lot of players do this, John, but when you get a foul called, shoot the ball to the basket. You're going to get 2 free throws out of it. Nice job by the freshman.
Second one also in. (52-29). We're inside of 9 minutes to play here in the second half. Wayzata's led right from the start, right from that three-pointer by Jenna Johnson. And opening possession, Smiley pass ahead. Arnebeck, nice save. Out for Thompson, who connects.
What a pass by Arnebeck. She caught that in the air, and all three Delano defensive players were right on her. She kicked it out and knocks down the jump shot. Beautiful pass.
Ball tipped. Out of bounds. Delano basketball.
Look at that. Before she even comes down, knows where Molly Thompson is, and had a foot on the line there. Only going to give her 2 for that one, but knocks it down. Again, Wayzata showing their depth and showing that everyone can knock down jump shots too.
Smiley. Under 8 minutes to play now here in the first half. Picked up her dribble, finds Stewart open in the corner. That three won't go. Ball tipped. And Delano's got possession. Norling will bring it into the front court for the Tigers. And high and out of play. Schrader, Tyson, and Lydia Hay back in for Wayzata. Hay to Smiley. Tyson gathers it in. Pass tipped, intended for Stewart. Got it back to Smiley. Hay back into the hands of Tyson. Ball knocked away. A pass intended for Stewart. Here comes Delano. Now Yannick will slow it up.
Well, Lydia Hay that time had Stewart open. She's got to get a better angle. The defender had their arm up. You got to deliver it on the opposite side of that. Would have led Stewart right in for a layup.
Pass a little too high for Hoagland, and Schrader ends up with it, and it gets fouled in the backcourt by Hoagland. 14th foul on Delano.
Delano foul for one, Grace Hoagland for second.
If you're Wayzata, what do you want to get out of this last 7 minutes? Presumably you'll get some more bench players in, but you've got more of your starters in right now. Three-pointer for Smiley.
You want more of that. No, obviously the game's not in doubt here. You want to get a chance to get everyone some playing time, but you don't want any bad habits. You want to finish strong. If you're going to put your starters, you don't want to let up. You don't want sloppy passes or anything like that. You just want to keep that intensity. And maybe you work on some new things. You run some plays that maybe you haven't run a lot, or things you've been working on in practice, but you just want to finish the game strong.
Schrader, quick pass ahead to Hay. Back to Schrader. Smiley to Hay. Back to Smiley. Tyson to the corner. Schrader, three. Not good. Smiley attacking the rim and gets the offensive board. Back out to Tyson, right. Back out. Smiley, another three. That one comes out. I like those last two possessions. Yep. A little more urgency for Wayzata, even though the score doesn't dictate that, but pretty crisp passes and good looks at the basket. One goes in, one does it the next time down the court. Loose ball picked up by Smiley. Got Stewart on her right. She'll lay it up and in.
I mean, how great is that? Smiley, very unselfish, but Annika Stewart running the floor hard. And then I liked what Smiley did. You see how she put that ball up high? She didn't pass it down low. A nice job by Stewart, too, running the floor.
Schrader lead pass Smiley, trying to get it back into play for Tyson, but it's Delano that picks it off.
You know what I mean, John? You can win games and still not feel good about it. And I think Wayzata and Coach Schumacher, you want to feel good about this game, and you want to keep doing things the right way. And they've certainly done that. I love their effort, and I think you give credit to Delano, too, just great effort. That looked like a pretty clean block there by Callie Tyson.
Yannick gets to the free throw line, rattles the first one in.
Arnebeck, Jackson, Robertson,
Arnebeck back in. Schrader back in. Second one not good, and the rebound pulled out by Jenna Johnson. Robertson into the block and back out. Ella Schrader had it knocked away, and I'm getting a foul on Delano.
Third personal, Delano's
Foul's on Frank, her third.
Team foul on the Tigers.
Arnebeck on the inbound. Schrader, Hay for three. Not good, and out of bounds. Getting a hand on it, but unable to corral the ball, Robertson. Delano basketball. Down to 4.5 minutes to play here in the second half.
That's been Hoagland's corner in that over there. She's hit a couple of threes here in the second half. I thought maybe she was going to pull the trigger.
Had to release the pass. Now a steal for Wayzata. Arnebeck looking up court. Zips a pass. Robertson baseline left, not good. Schrader. And Ella Schrader will go to the line for two.
Well, even Ella Schrader, she's over 6 feet tall as well. So, I mean, just everywhere you look, they got such great length.
First foul shot up and in.
Holly Thompson checks in for Wayzata.
Thompson back in for Wayzata. Elizabeth Page in for Delano. Paulson back in along with Norling. Abby Thomas. Second one not good. Ball tipped to Delano. And Norling will bring it up. Under 4 to go. Norling's been the top scorer tonight for Delano. She's got 11 points. Drives, kicks it out here. Paulson long in the three. And a good job chasing it down. Thompson to keep it alive for the Tigers. Then gets a return pass. A great feed in from Strandable for the basket.
Well, and that's what you like for Delano. You want to see him keep fighting and great effort.
Page to Robertson. Long, but rebounded by Thompson. She'll follow it up. That's not good. Scramble, loose ball, picked up by Robertson. Grace Robertson put up another three. This one short, out of bounds to Delano.
You know, and again, good offensive possession, good shot, get a second chance rebound, move the ball a couple times, get an open look, and Robertson's shown the ability to knock those threes down too, so excellent offense. But really impressed with Wayzata's poise. They don't rush things, they don't turn the ball over, they got a great pace and they're very unselfish. When you combine that with great talent and great length and size, it makes for a good team.
The ball out of bounds off Wayzata. Delano will pass it in here. And out of bounds over to the Trojans.
I'll tell you in a couple weeks when Wayzata plays Hopkins again and hopefully Paige Beckers is back. That's going to be a great showdown.
Yeah, a week from Friday at Hopkins.
Oh, nice shot fake. That's a big
Thompson, nothing but net.
I've been impressed with Molly Thompson. She doesn't start, but she's 6 foot, a junior. She's got great athleticism, great length like everyone else, but she's got the ability to knock those shots down too. Love how she plays.
Gets the steal right here and then lost it. It's right back over to the Tigers. Norling puts it on the floor, back out, three-point try from Thomas. Not good, loose ball. Thomas gets it back, fires it back out, left corner. Norling up, not good, and the rebound to Thompson. She looks ahead, zips it ahead for Robertson, got cut off. Hay. And we get a timeout for Wayzata. Oh, no.
I think Coach Schumacher just wanted to get some subs in there.
A legion of substitutions for Wayzata.
Go in for the Trojans, Sammy Riley, number 40. Ellie Pack, number 44. Number 10 is Audrey Severson. 25, Anna Clydesdale. And 41 is Lauren McCullough. And that one up and in, a three-point shot made by Ellie Pack, the junior.
Steps right in. I mean, that's not easy to do when you've been sitting for the majority of the game. Come right in and get that first look and just nothing but the bottom of the net. That's impressive.
Baseline right, in and out. Good look at it by Strandabell, but it wouldn't go down. Trojans rebounded into the front court with a minute to play.
Well, again, Ellie Norling, number 20 for Delano. She's the only gal that's really been able to consistently put pressure on the Wayzata defense, and she's given her teammates a lot of good looks by driving and kicking.
Riley's shot wouldn't go. Norling driving again, kicks it out to the right corner. That one won't go. A three-point try. Chased down, though, by Strandamo. Double team by the Trojans right in front of the Delano bench. Thomas able to release the pass back into the hands of Norling. Under 30 seconds to play. Paulson will get it on the wing. She'll drive it up, and she'll go to the line for two with 18 seconds to go.
Wayzata foul number 25. Wayzata, her first.
So Wayzata will go to 22-0, Ryan. Eden Prairie Friday. And I mentioned that big rematch with Hopkins. Two top 5 teams a week from Friday.
Well, and I think that's huge just from a standpoint, you know, talking to Coach Schumacher before the game, just what did it mean to their team to beat Hopkins earlier? You know, if they could sweep that series meeting and meet each other again in the section finals, it's going to be a totally different feel because you're going to have a Wayzata team that's full of confidence and expecting to win that game. You know, last year they played them so close in that region, but you could just get a feel that they knew Hopkins was supposed to win. You know what I mean by that attitude difference? And so I think that's going to be a really big game.
And Wayzata leads from start to finish. They win by a final score of 65-33. We'll take a quick timeout. Ryan will talk a couple of winning players from the Trojans in a moment. We'll wrap up our coverage of girls basketball and CCX after this.
I rescued Toast from a shelter in 2011. I love Toast because she's a lazy diva. Toast does whatever she wants, obviously. She's sleeping right now. She's an epic snuggler. She's so comforting. She's so loving. Toast makes me laugh. When I walked into the shelter, I knew right then that she was special.
Wayzata 65, Delano 33. Let's go down to Ryan Iverson with two Trojans players.
Thanks, John. With a couple of happy Trojans here, we have Jasmine Smiley and Mimi Schrader. Mimi, I'm going to start with you. One of the things I even asked your coach at halftime, I said, your eyes are already up the floor before you even get the ball. I mean, how do you build it? How do you see those passes before it seems like anyone else does?
Well, it's kind of a secret. I mean, I'll share it, I guess, but I peek like right before I get the ball, so people think there's really no such thing as a no-look pass because I see her before I get the ball. So I just see her running, and then once I get the ball, I know exactly what I want to do. So just get it to them at the right spot.
Well, one of the things about you guys, you have such great balance, right? All 5 of your starters and even some girls off the bench. But as a point guard, as that playmaker, how fun is that having all those weapons at your disposal?
I mean, it's nice. I can literally throw the ball anywhere, and I know that that person can make a big play, and that person knows that their teammates can make a big play, and we share the ball really nicely. That's what I think we've done a good job getting a lot better at, is sharing the ball. And, you see our box scores at the end of the game, and it's everyone contributing, everyone doing their part.
So I have two guards with me right now. Now, one of the big things about your team is how long you are, your athleticism, but how tall you guys are. What would you rather defend, your guards or your bigs?
I don't know. I think that's a choice they're going to have to make. Whatever one they decide to guard, we'll hit them with the other thing. And Jazz over here is knocking down shots. So, I mean, they got to stop her, but they can't stop us in the paint either. So, I mean, you just got to decide, and we'll try to do our best to use all of our other players to our ability.
Well, you're a lot of fun to watch. Yeah. Congrats on a great game.
Thank you.
And over to the shooter of the day, knocking down threes from both sides of the floor. How fun was that today?
It was really fun. I get my reps in, and passes from Mimi and other players on the court. It's great.
So they played a 1-2-2 zone, so they were going to try to take away that inside. I thought you coming out early and knocking those 3 threes down kind of softened that defense up. Was that kind of the plan here tonight?
Yeah, I also think that when you kind of pack it in, that leaves our shooters out too, and we have our whole team on the outside. We have our whole team on the inside. It's kind of like you got to pick your poison. So if you guard the inside, there's the outside that out there too. So
one of the things too, you look at your team. I mean, a lot of freshmen, sophomores, juniors. Not a lot. I mean, very few seniors, if any. But yeah, you guys don't play like sophomores and freshmen. How have you been able to get that experience and get that confidence?
I think we've been working as a team in practices. We've been kind of building up and kind of just playing together. And we are a young team, but we, like you said, we are playing like, we have the experience, and we want to prove that to everybody.
I know Coach Schumacher has probably told you guys one game at a time. Yep. You got Eden Prairie coming this Friday, but a week from then you got a big one with Hopkins. I mean, how big is that game just for you guys as a confidence builder going into the playoffs? You beat them once already. Mm-hmm. Hopefully they'll be at full strength in that game. I mean, how do you look forward to a big game like that?
Yes, for sure. The big games is what we want to play for. That's what we're ready for. We're going to build up for that game. Like you said, there's one game at a time, but next week when we play Hopkins, we'll be ready for them. What's one thing Coach Schumacher says over and over that gets annoying in practice? He's going to be watching this, just so you know. Full speed. All right, like it. Yep. Congrats on a great game today. You betcha. John, back up to you.
All right. Ryan's always got a trick question up his sleeve at the end, and they handle it well. All right, Jasmine Smiley leads the way tonight, 15 points. Annika Stewart with 14. Ellen Norling had 11, leading scorer for Delano. Again, Wayzata unbeaten on the season, now 22-0. Lake Conference game coming up Friday here against Eden Prairie. And that'll do it for our telecast. A reminder again, if you're watching on this Wednesday, live boys basketball in about 40 minutes. Wayzata taking on Eastridge. That'll do it for this one. For all of our crew and for Ryan Iverson, I'm John Jacobson. Thanks so much for tuning in. Wayzata wins it over Delano, 65-33 the final.